Akira Toriyama. Yes, he's let's just say he's was one of my greatest influences in my life. Like he taught me how to take interest in life, how to enjoy life. He taught me how to take life as a long experience of experiencing adventures or going on adventures or wanting to go on adventures. Just like Goku. And the fact that I just received the news about him dead is just, I don't know, it's just it really hits me there. I mean, he was really a legend. He was one of the greatest, one of the most influential person you would ever meet, because he didn't have such a handheld life or a silver spoon platter type life. He had the most struggling, endearing life ever. Like, as if nothing was just given to him. He had to work hard to where he was. He is without a doubt the most influential person on the planet when it comes to animation and manga drawings and also story building. It's just who he is as a person. He has such a character, and we respect him for that. I really enjoyed Dragon Ball Z as a child, and when I mean I enjoyed it, I mean I would trade in the Cartoon Network schedule for whatever fucking show that they were gonna show me for Dragon Ball Z. It was the only thing that made me so amped up and excited for anime ever. Then came along Naruto, but however, Dragon Ball Z would always be first. This anime, and I'm just saying, Akira Toriyama is like the Michael Jackson of the anime universe. He's just, it's just that he had such an impulse on our generation. There's just no telling. There is just no telling how much he did, how much it impacted the entire world, where everybody would just show off how much they love Dragon Ball Z. I'm telling you, there's just no limit to what Akira Toriyama could do when it comes to imagination and building a fan base that respects and loves him at the same time. It's just, I just can't like express enough how much Dragon Ball Z just taught me how to become myself. And then, you know, when it came to being a teenager, I just had a pretty hard life. Let's just say that. I mean, Dragon Ball Z wouldn't be the cure for it, but damn, did it at least, you know, kept me at a humble place, at least. I remember just playing my PlayStation 2. I couldn't afford a PS3, but I might as well just begin the story here. So basically, when I first actually heard Dragon Ball Z, it was pretty cool, pretty chill. My cousins watched it all the time. Probably the first anime that they've ever watched. Then it was One Piece, but I'm gonna get there. Basically, when I first wanted to, like, you know, contribute as a fan of Dragon Ball Z, and I don't think this counts as contributing as a fan, because this was just natural. It was like instinct. Like, it was something that I wanted to do on my own. I bought my very first Dragon Ball Z game on Game Boy. It was a lot of money, but at the time, Game Boy was a lot of money. I don't think a lot of you knew what a Game Boy was, but for those of you who don't know, it's basically a handheld console. You know the Switch you have right now? Well, the ancestor or grandparent of that Switch handheld console that you have right now was the Game Boy. And I had a Game Boy. I also had the Flip SP, the Nintendo Game Boy SP, I believe. I had that before, and I bought the Legacy of Goku Game Boy cartridge, and it was so fun to play, but it was hard to get around because it was in 3D. It was like 2D. I was just stuck punching squirrels, helping Piccolo kill Raditz. I remember the whole entire experience, but that was then and there where I just loved the Dragon Ball Z lore. In fact, so much I would just play Budokai. I believe it was Budokai 2 or 3, but that one game where I had to help Piccolo kill Raditz again. Well, I'm not helping Piccolo, I'm basically helping the Earth. I remember the struggle I had to go through when I first got my PlayStation 2 and I played the Budokai game. I was like, this was the most fun thing ever. All I wanted to do was just use Goku or Trunks, some character where I could just beat the shit out of these villains in the Dragon Ball Z universe. And it gave me so much joy. I remembered playing that game until I fell asleep, until I got tired. It would be every Saturday because I don't want to, play all night and then, get in trouble by my mom. But I remember playing that game when I was in elementary school. I think it was Budokai. I really didn't want to do my research here, but fuck it, dude. Like, it was so fun to play. It was just so entertaining to me. It was just so good. After Budokai, I bought, Budokai Tenkaichi 2, I believe. I wasn't a fan of Budokai Tenkaichi 3. But however, when it came to playing that specific game, I just had the most fun I could ever have. I'm telling you, there was no limit into playing the game. And the game covers looked so fucking fire. I'm sorry if I had to curse, but goddamn, it was probably the best game I've ever had my hands on. It was the best, and it's just I don't know what to say, man. It was just the best game I've ever played. So in a way, Akira Toriyama and his creation influenced me into martial arts. That's what I want to thank him for making me want to become somewhat of a person who is influenced by martial arts through him. And it was also Bruce Lee, but I'm not gonna get into that. But yeah, so that's something you don't know about me. I enjoy martial arts as a kid. And there was another time where I watched a DVD set from the Saiyan saga, where I was staying over at a friend's house, and we had some, Kentucky Fried Chicken, and we just had some fun. We just watched how Raditz came in and beat Goku up, kidnapped his son. But then when it came to the Vegeta and the Nappa invasion, I enjoyed it even more. It was a very important moment in my life because, I love Dragon Ball Z. I really do. I remember every single time I passed a certain part in the story mode that was so important, a certain chapter, I always remembered to save it and keep it, so that way I could just make sure I could continue where I left off, basically. I remembered how much fun I had. I played against my brother in this game. I played against my cousins when they visit me back in Florida. I had the time of my life. It was all I would play. And sometimes I would obviously get a break, and then I watch cartoons after that. It was the best combination. You playing your favorite game of all time from your favorite manga, and then after that you go on Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon, and then after that, especially on a Saturday, there would be Dragon Ball Z right then and there. And then after that, I would just watch Naruto, and then oh man, good times. It was on Toonami. It was probably the most influential shit I've ever been part of in my entire life. I gotta tell you, bro. We lost a true legend. And when I mean legend, his name should be just part of his name should have legend in it. Like, it should be Akira Legend Toriyama. It should have been that. Because there's no way you made billions of dollars and off of just a franchise that you grinded out from the beginning. When people said no to you, you just kept going. And then one day, you became the biggest manga artist of all time. And so much so that even animators of the west side of the fucking planet just wanted to make parody versions of it. I'm talking about Kid Next Door. I'm talking about Billy and Mandy. I'm talking about just those shows in general. They just took from this certain manga, from this anime, this franchise. The fact that they actually did that, that's just a big influence to me. That's just, I'm just thinking, this is the most popular manga of all time. This is the most popular anime of all time. And it always will be. It'll be the Michael Jackson of animes. No matter how good another anime comes along the way, it's just never beating that. I'm sorry. So yeah, Akira Toriyama, rest in peace, dude. Seriously, you really, I'm not even gonna say dude, sir, you've made my childhood, and you made a lot of other millions of kids' childhoods as well. You've influenced me a lot, and I hope to continue taking this into consideration, because this was my life, man. Kind of, almost, but not really. But in my childhood, there is no one I would rather be than Goku. To fly and save people. It's probably the best thing ever. So, yeah, in a way, everybody wanted to be Goku. And yeah, I can't really stop talking about this. It's just so sad, and I'm just trying to relive the happy moments. And so yeah, again, life is short, but for Akira Toriyama, a guy who lived life to the fullest, and I feel like he had so much to give after that. After Dragon Ball Z ended, after Dragon Ball Super kind of, stopped production, he had too much to give, and he wasn't done. He really wasn't. And to me, I'm like, yeah, this guy was a huge influence. So yeah, Akira Toriyama, rest in peace. And yeah, you guys watching this, thank you for watching. I was just saying my final goodbye to the creator of our just our childhood, basically. He just created a great childhood for me, so I appreciate him for that. I really do.